Convergence. Anyone have any questions for Molly?
So I love your work, Molly. It really evokes a certain, I don't know, a feel of space and like a particular space and a particular experience, which is really cool to be drawn into that. And so my question for you is, you seem to be a person who is, I mean, you're a cowgirl, you're talking about you know, the free spirit. Sounds like you have a ton of different ideas, ton of different projects. How could you, is there like a time that like, I'm wondering how you approach obstacles or hurdles. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe you have a specific example in mind of a time that there was something that God was putting on your heart or something that you wanted to do and it just wasn't happening. And how do you work through that to keep going and be so productive and so, I don't know, optimistic and positive and just productive in all of these things that you do?
Well, number one, God gave me an ADD mind. Okay. So, I have never looked at it as a detriment. I think it's an absolute awesome tool. That is why I think I can juggle so many balls, you know, in one session. And there are obstacles, but a lot of it is I have learned to wait on the Holy Spirit because a lot of times, well, when I was in charge of art and environment for St. Boniface Church, I knew I was going to have a design for this whole group of people to put together for the ordinary times, and nothing was coming to me. And I thought, okay, you can't just walk in there and say, I got nothing. But I had nothing. And so when I got there, I just said to the group, you know what? The Holy Spirit hasn't showed me what he wants me to do yet. I said, but it's coming. So I stepped out in faith and we just started working on stuff, and I just started looking at all the colors of fabric. We did all kinds of stuff with fabric there. I had a whole room of fabric, and then all of a sudden the Spirit just poured it on. I mean, it was in Technicolor 3D. The dimensions were almost there of laying the fabric actually on these diagonals and these panels coming down. And I was just kind of in the zone. I go, yep. And I go, okay, we're going to do this, you know, and it was just absolutely amazing. When I don't have anything, if I just wait on Jesus, and he knows that I work well in a pressure cooker. So sometimes if I'm not in that pressure cooker, I'll get myself into a pressure cooker, and then I know that stuff is going to come. But that's just how he's geared me. And I know it can drive, you know, other people nuts that are more meticulous and want everything laid out. And that's what I was kind of having a fear about in this situation. But I just said, you know what, the Holy Spirit hasn't showed me yet. And he did that on several occasions where I just had to show up. I couldn't be there on my own power whatsoever. It all had to be the Holy Spirit. And you know what? Those are the times when people actually would come up to me at church and say, that is so awesome up there. And it's like, I can't claim it. He just used these hands. It's all the Holy Spirit. So I really enjoy those Holy Spirit design moments. That is a natural high for me. I absolutely live for those.